Morning again. Oh boy. Let's talk about First Amendment. I've probably talked about it before. I don't know if I posted anything. Well, let's talk about it. Help keep me awake on the way home too. So, First Amendment. I don't have it in front of me, but the first part is Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Then there's three other parts. I'm not sure which way they go. I'm pretty sure it goes or infringe the freedom of speech, which I believe also includes expression or an expression of speech. Not too sure. I just know it says speech. There are exceptions to that, like you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, and certain hate speech is also prohibited. But of course, you can say it, but there might be consequences to it. The freedom of press. That's the other one. So, the freedom of the press is to help. The whole purpose of the press, that would be journalists and so forth, is to keep the government, to hold the government accountable. Okay? So the press will tell you that, hey, the government's doing this, and here's our thoughts on it. Okay? The thing about the press and the media and all that stuff is it's biased. There is no non-biased media. It just doesn't exist. Okay? It's all biased. But here's the question. Is that media group telling you the truth? Are they actually presenting the facts? Or are they lying to you? Because if they're lying to you to get you to sway in one way or another, that's propaganda. Big examples of propaganda are Fox News and most right-wing media, because they strawman issues. They twist the facts to meet their narrative to get you to think what they want you to think. That's wrong. But whatever, we need to be smarter than that. But I digress. So, freedom of the press, and then there's the freedom to protest. The freedom to protest the government, peaceably protest the government of your grievances. Something along those lines. I'm pretty sure that's the actual last one. So I know I got the first and the last ones right. I'm pretty sure. So that means you can protest peaceably. Okay? Protests are dangerous though, because they can get rowdy. And it all depends on, who's doing it, or why they're doing it, on what reasons are they doing it. Like the Black Lives Matter protests after the George Floyd murder. Was a protest because cops were abusing their power to the point that they were unnecessarily killing people through their methods, through the things that they were doing. Like, I don't know, kneeling on someone's head or neck unnecessarily. They use a lot of excess force. And because of that, people have died. They've literally used no-knock warrants to break into the wrong place and shoot people up. Because you broke into the wrong place unannounced, not in uniform, and these people thought you were some kind of an intruder of some kind. And so they pull out their guns. Their legal right, by the way, but because they were black, you shoot him. There, one guy, it was dazed and confused, but he had his gun under his pillow, and they saw that, and instead of like, whoa, 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 they were like, bang, 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 bang. Problem going on there. So that created protests, okay? But here's the problem. They were protesting because of police brutality, and the police abused their power. They got brutal. I mean, they literally shot rubber bullets at people standing on their own fucking porch. That is not illegal. They have every right to look, to videotape, or anything. When you're a cop, you're not above the law. You're not above the people either. The people have every right to hold you accountable for your actions. That's why they film. They need a show. And these cops have a problem with people filming them because they're doing illegal acts. They're not following the law. They're not doing their job the right way. And because of that, and because of it happening all the freaking time, yeah, they videotape to make sure that there's a record. Body cams are only going to do so much because they can manipulate those. They can turn them on and off. So if someone else is videotaping it, and your body cam shows a different thing, but they got videotape, or videotape. Who uses videotape anymore? Shows you how old I am. They have video of it. That's what I'm saying. Then you can be held accountable. Cops don't like being held accountable. They want that immunity that they have, which they shouldn't have. We should hold the cops responsible for the actions that they do that are wrong. Plain and simple. If they fuck up, they don't get that kind of immunity. I mean, if it's an honest mistake, okay, understandable. But if it's malicious activity, if its intent was malicious, if its intent was criminal, then hold them accountable. Don't give them that fucking immunity. All right, back to the first clause of the First Amendment. Oftentimes, the people on the right will overlook this. They don't like it. They want religion in our government, but like the Arizona senator said, well, we got, they won't let God into our school. No. Public schools are government facility, a government thing. And because of that, they can't endorse a religion. Leading your children, leading students in prayer, or promoting the Bible, or reading from the Bible, or proselytizing or preaching, that's promoting a religion. Now, there's an expansion of the first clause of the First Amendment with correspondence between Thomas Jefferson and Thomas Paine, the very authors of this whole thing. And they said that the First Amendment, the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, effectively creates a wall of separation between church and state. So that's what their goal was. The church does their thing. That's why they have tax exempt status. Okay? And because of that, they can't deal in politics. They have to stay out of the government. Okay? And that's how they earned that tax free status. And in my opinion, if you're going to violate that, then you should have to pay taxes. It's that simple. You want to have your religion? Have your religion. We can't. The government can't stop you from having your religion. Okay, but there can be consequences if you try to mix your religion with politics. If you try to enforce it on other people. And the question is, whose religion? Are we Hinduism? Islam? Buddhism? No, they want Christianity. Okay, which version of Christianity? Baptist, Presbyterian, Pentecostal, Catholic? Which one you want? You know, okay, Catholic and Protestant. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's a few different types of Catholicism. You know, Orthodox. I'm not sure what other ones there are. And then when you get into Protestantism, you have a plethora of different denominations. Lutheran, Methodist, like I said, Presbyterian. Pentecostal are more Catholic than Protestant, but, you know, Baptist, Southern Baptist. Which one do you want? Pick your poison, right? But the thing is, what if they pick the one that you don't want? Evangelicalism, Anglican, what are we looking for? Although the Anglican Church would say, no, we're not getting involved because we know better. But yeah, we have a lot of politicians who apparently have overlooked the First Amendment and fight for the Second Amendment, which I just did a video on. They don't like it when you hold them accountable. That's the big thing. And so they try to stifle the speech, stifle the press, and stifle your right to protest. Because they don't want opposition. They want their authority. They are corrupt. And that's one of the biggest problems we have today. And the only way we're going to solve a lot of these problems is by getting rid of the corruption. You keep religion out of it, and you keep the money out of it. The right wing does not like opposition. The left wing doesn't like to be the opposition. So where does that leave us? The Democrats, they're feckless. They won't do shit. The Republicans are abhorrent. And I say that because they won't do anything about the guns. They want to push religion. They want to make these laws. I mean, ban abortion. Okay, on what grounds? You don't like abortion? Well, too bad. Maybe maybe you got cancer and they don't like it that you're excising that cancer from your body. No, you have to let that cancer go to term. Well, what does cancer do when it goes to term? Well, it kills you, right? I mean, it's similar. It's living cells. We're kind of backwards in this country. And people don't understand their rights. People don't, I mean, I was having a discussion with a guy who called himself a liberal. A liberal libertarian, I guess is what he was, or something along those lines. God damn, my knees are killing me. Why is it doing it now? Anyways. Fuck, I don't need this to hurt now. It's time for some more Medocin. I'm gonna have to start doing that again. Anyways, hold on. Gotta refill that. Holy. Never mind. They're in my face. Wow, that was bad. I almost thought I forgot my teeth in the truck because I take them out when I dip. Right here. Woo. It's Saturday. It's my Friday. Got a lot on the mind, obviously. Yeah, but yeah, this guy, when I told him about the Establishment Clause, he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah. The first part of the First Amendment, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And he's like, what? What? I'm like, how can you not fucking know that? Everybody's talking about the First and Second Amendments, but these people, they don't fucking know them. Now, I don't know all the amendments. I don't know. There's 10 Bill of Rights. Or 10 amendments that makes the Bill of Rights. And then there's more amendments on top of that. And I don't know them all. You know, the Fifth Amendment, you can't be forced to incriminate yourself in a court of law. That's why you say you plead the Fifth. Which is suspicious in itself, you know, but you cannot testify against yourself, essentially. But yeah, these people, they don't even know the first two, and when they do, they're watered down versions. The most simple, well, the First Amendment's about speech. Yeah, but it's also about the press, protesting, and religion. They don't know that. How can you not know that? I know when I was in elementary school, they would give us a pamphlet that had all the amendments on it, or at least the Bill of Rights. You know, the first 10, I think it is. And of course, this is in elementary school. This was 80s and early 90s. Or no, mostly 80s. Didn't really do anything in middle school on it. I started middle school in 91. 91, 92? I can't remember. God damn it. It's a long time. Desert Storm was going on in 6th grade. I don't know how long that went on. But yeah, these people don't know. They just don't know. And then, like I said, when it comes to the guns, they don't understand. They don't know that the first part says for a well-regulated, or being a well-regulated militia necessary, or for a well-regulated militia being necessary, the right of the people to possess arms shall not be infringed. Something along those lines. This is the Second Amendment. They don't know the first part of it. They don't know a well-regulated militia's in it. That changes the whole narrative of the Second Amendment. It's not just, for the right of people to bear arms. It's more than that. It has regulation in the very words of it. Those are important details that should never be overlooked, because that changes the whole meaning of it. You have to pay attention to the details. You also have to pay attention to the time when it was created. Puritans and stuff, they wanted there's like a war going on. This religion wants to be the religion, and that religion wants to be the religion. And so our founding fathers said, no, fuck that. Let's just make it secular so everybody can have their religion, and the government can't say shit, and they can't do anything about the government. We'll just make a wall of separation. That's what their goal was, and that's what they did. But because we have fascists, because we have people who have authoritarian natures, they want to push that onto people, and they want to ignore it so that they can have their way. And that's not freedom. That is not the American way. I don't care who you are. I don't want your religion telling me how to live my life, especially if we're going to say that this is a nation about freedom. That's why I'm against banning abortion. It's not my business. It's not your business. It's that person's business who has to deal with having an abortion. And, I'm a guy, so while I have an opinion about it, I shouldn't really have too much of a say about it. We got to do better, man. We got a lot of problems in this country, and it's caused by ignorance. It's caused by people wanting to push their authority on other people. Know your fucking amendments. At least the ones we're talking about now. You want freedom? We have to stay secular. We have to uphold those rights. And we have to understand them. If you don't know about them, they can be taken away from you easy. But if you know about them, it's harder to take them away, because you'll notice it. and you'll say fuck no. And I tell you, here's what they say. They say it's a lot harder to regain a right that you have lost than to defend and protect the rights you already have. We got to do better, people. I want to be free. Do you want to be free? I don't want religion telling me what I can and cannot do. I don't want religion in our government. I don't want people to say that I can and cannot say something like this video. I want honest press who holds the government accountable. And I want to have the right to protest if the need arises. I still also want to have the right to bear arms. But I understand, due to current situations, that we should regulate that right to avoid what's going on. You're not going to stop all of it. And we're not saying take away the guns. We're saying let's make regulations. Let's at least have a discussion about it. And that's just the first two amendments. There's a whole bunch of other amendments in there. There's a lot of things that outline our rights as citizens. And we're supposed to have a government by the people, for the people. We don't have that right now, and we need to regain it. And if that means we gotta vote everybody out of office, that's what we do. So know your First Amendment rights. It's important. Understand when people fight against these ideas where you can put God in our schools and stuff. No. If you want to have God in your schools, go to a private religious school. That's what they're there for. Otherwise, keep your filthy religion out of my kid's life.